Alright, starting off with the best Cyber Monday deal that I've seen for gaming headsets. This is the HyperX Cloud III wired gaming headset. When it launched, I said that this was the best gaming headset for $100 or less. Right now, I see it on sale on Amazon for $60, which is crazy because it really hasn't been out for very long. $40 off, 40% off. I'll have a link to all these products in the description below so that you can see their current pricing, because these prices are subject to change and there are a lot of limited time deals. So the price that I say right now might be a little bit higher or even lower when you actually check it. Super durable device. It's got these aluminum adjustment forks, really soft. It's the most comfortable gaming headset that I've worn. Well, there's actually one that's even a little bit more comfortable than this. I'll talk about that in a second. One of the best microphones on the market, probably the best gaming headset microphone that I've used besides the Razer BlackShark V2 Pro 2023. Now the bass is not very strong in this. If you're into FPS games like Call of Duty, then this is going to be amazing for you. If you want a lot of bass, you're going to have to look elsewhere. But this is an absolutely amazing price. Now, if you're not into the wire, because this connects 3.5 millimeter, it's non-detachable, or it actually has a dongle at the end of it, USB Type-C or USB Type-A. But if you don't want any of that, then consider this. This is the HyperX Cloud III wireless. Now, unfortunately, this device does not have Bluetooth. It uses a USB Type-C USB dongle. It's almost as good as the Cloud III in terms of quality level. The volume gets about the same. But there is a little bit of static electronic feedback just with the headphone audio. The mic's not quite as good, still really good though. But when it comes to comfort level, it's even better because you don't have to worry about getting snagged by that wire. Now this thing is a little bit heavier than the Cloud III wired, so do keep that in mind. I bought this for $160. I'm seeing this for $102 right now. So 36% off. Again, link to it will be below. Continuing on with HyperX, this is the Cloud Stinger 2. Sound quality is actually very close to the Cloud 2 and the Cloud Core. The padding doesn't have quite as much give as those, but this is still a very comfortable device. And this actually does something that other HyperX headsets don't do. If you notice, it actually has some swivel, and it's got a flip up to mute microphone. Also, it's got the volume control just over here on the right ear cup. Now, the thing with this is all plastic. You don't have those metal aluminum adjustment forks like the Cloud 2 and Cloud 3. It's not super long, but this should still be pretty comfortable as long as your head's not really big. If it is, then none of the HyperX devices are probably the way to go just because they don't really stretch that much. Now, I believe that I bought this for $50. I see it for $30 right now. One of the best budget gaming headsets that you can buy on the market. For 30 bucks, I don't think that there's anything better than this specifically. Microphone's decent, and actually I've reviewed and compared pretty much every single headset that I'm talking about here, so I'll link actual video reviews of them if you want to hear the mic demonstration and all that stuff. All right, the last HyperX device on this list is the Cloud Alpha. I'm seeing this for $50. Original launch price, I believe, was $100, so 50% off. But to be honest, this is on sale quite a bit, so not quite that amazing of a sale, even though it does look amazing. Detachable mic, just like the Cloud 2 and Cloud 3. Now, the thing that separates this is the padding is a lot more firm, and it still has those metal adjustment forks here. They just look a bit different to help you differentiate, but this has a little bit more clamping force, clamps in, and the pads are a little bit harder. Now, this does have superior bass to the Cloud 2 and the Cloud 3. I think overall the sound is better, but it doesn't get quite as loud. And for FPS games specifically, I actually prefer the Cloud 2 and Cloud 3 just because this doesn't make the upper mid-range so like obnoxiously loud in comparison to the other frequencies. None of the HyperX devices really have like that amazing bass, but for gaming, these are excellent. Now, this is the Razer BlackShark V2 Pro 2023 edition. Now, I actually don't have the 22 edition of the Razer BlackShark V2 Pro. I'm just really demonstrating this to kind of just, have a product that I can show very similar, because what is actually on sale is the Razer BlackShark V2 Pro, the original. So don't get confused. The new box doesn't say 2023 or anything on it. The only way that you can really know if you haven't seen the other one is this one says Bluetooth. So the new one has Bluetooth, and it has this smart switch button. It also has a really, really good microphone, the best gaming headset microphone that I've used. If you watch my video of the Razer BlackShark V2, the original, the wired one, that's more of what you're gonna get with the Razer BlackShark V2 Pro, the original. Mic, really not that good. One of the worst microphones on the market, honestly. I'm not the biggest fan of the comfort of this, but the original BlackShark V2 Pro does have a little bit less clamp. So if that's something that you're into, this one, the newer one, also has a little bit thicker adjustment forks. This is some cloth padding here. Overall, the only real reason I'd say to get the original Razer BlackShark V2 Pro is if you're really just dead set on Razer, and because it's just such an amazing deal. I think it launched for $200, so that thing being only $100, I'm seeing it on Amazon right now, 50% off. That's pretty amazing. But unfortunately, this one, the 2023 version, is not on sale right now. This is the SteelSeries Arctis Nova 3. $60 right now. I bought it for $100, so 40% off, $40 off. It's got a retractable microphone. It's got some swivel. It doesn't really get too long, but it does have this kind of ski goggles style of headband. But in addition to go with it, it actually does have the adjustment, like the adjustable headband. So that's something that you usually don't see. You usually see one or the other. So I do like that. It's an all plastic build, even though it's called SteelSeries. This actually lights up in RGB. I don't have it connected to a source right now so that you can see. If you're into that SteelSeries type of sound where you really just don't like bass at all, you like the fast transient response, a lot of emphasis in the treble, a lot of emphasis in the upper mids, but specifically the treble, SteelSeries has some great headsets for you. The mic is decent. It's kind of nasally, but it is clear, at least in terms of having your voice be intelligible. It's not muffled. Cloth ear pads. Also, I've seen the Arctis Nova 1 on sale, I believe, for $40. I have that link in the description as well. It's pretty much the same thing as this, except it's not wired, so it's not getting quite as much power to it like this is. So I think that actually helps the bass of this a little bit, not to make it stronger, but just to make it a little bit more detailed. And overall, it does get a little bit louder. And if you want the wireless version of this, there is the Arctis Nova 7 that does not have RGB. All right, now this is the Astro A50 wireless gaming headset. This is actually the PlayStation version, but there's an Xbox version as well. Both of them work on PC. It comes with the base station. You need this to charge it and to actually connect to whatever device you're using. Interestingly, you can't actually plug this into the wall to charge it. You have to be plugged into like a PC or a console. Anyway, this is one of the very few gaming headsets on the market that actually has really good bass. It's not like the most amazing bass that exists, but it's way better than pretty much every other gaming headset as far as quantity and as far as quality. This has got a flip up to mute microphone. It's got good swivel. I love the pads on it. You can actually replace these. You can get different pads if you don't like the way that these feel. But personally, I love the velour. There is a little bit of metal. I think it's like some sort of an alloy because it feels like hard plastic, not quite metal. I'm not really sure. I think the build quality is a little bit shoddy. Like you see a little bit of peeling up here, and it does make that like kind of creaky sound. But the actual sound quality is really good. Now the battery life, I think it's like 10 or something hours like that. It might be listed for longer, but it really doesn't last more than 10 hours for me. It doesn't have Bluetooth, so this thing is kind of dated in terms of its actual feature set because this came out in 2019. But it's $220 right now, $80 off. $300 launch price. It's actually insane. If you have time, you can go to Best Buy or something like that and you try a bunch of different headsets. This one will really be a different experience because it's the first one that you'll probably try that you're actually like, whoa, the bass is actually really strong. It's very immersive. It has different EQ presets that you can program in using the Astro like Command Center or something like that. And then it's got the Dolby Atmos that you can turn that on. Get you a little bit of like kind of like virtual surround sound type of experience. If you really like bass in your gaming headsets, then this is one of the only real decent options that you can get. Now, I didn't want to repeat a lot of the deals that were from Black Friday, but a lot of those deals are still on, like the Razer BlackShark V2X, just a few other gaming headsets. I'll link my Black Friday video as well. But the last on this list for gaming headsets on Cyber Monday is the Corsair HS80. Now this in particular is the wired version. The wireless version right now, $95, and it was originally $150, so that's 37% off. This one, I see it for $80 right now. This is one of the best microphones of any gaming headset. Now, I would actually put this at number 3. When I first reviewed it, it was number 1, but since this has been out, the Cloud 3 has come out, a little bit better microphone. Also, the Razer BlackShark V2 Pro 2023, better microphone as well. Also, the software of this is like horrendous, but this is very comfortable. It has Dolby Atmos. You've got to do it through the software. It's a plastic build, and I don't really like the way that this headband works. It's not actually adjustable, it just kind of like its suspension. I'd say the main reason to get this device is specifically for the microphone. It actually does light up as well. Also, this thing lights up. I don't really want to call it an RGB headset because only this like little tiny logo lights up. This does have stronger bass than the HyperX Cloud 2 and Cloud 3. So if you are looking for any sort of bass and you want a good microphone on a budget headset, this isn't actually quite budget, but I guess like that lower mid-range, then this is a good option. Now, I really wish that I could give you some more deals, some better deals, but this Cyber Monday didn't have a lot of super crazy deals, and I don't want to just throw stuff down there just to show it. Interestingly, this microphone that I'm speaking into right now, the HyperX Quadcast, is $70 right now on Amazon. So it launched for like $140 or something like that. So 50% off. And the headset that I'm wearing right now, this is actually not on sale, at least not that I see, but I got this for $250. This is the Logitech G Pro X2. I have it actually connected to my phone, Bluetooth. It can also do, it has a light speed switch so it can go to your computer if you have it in the dongle or any other console. So I just switch them back and forth as I need them. I'll see you in the next video.